background, I think. Now the question is, what is the economic analysis we can do? And all economic analysis after 1951, when Schulz gave the formula of GDP, it goes around GDP and nothing else. So we'll take some time to follow Schulz, and then we'll also have some freewheeling, thinking. Now coming to Schulz, how did Schulz define GDP? And according to Schulz, in GDP, one very important part is government expenditure. Let us go back what Chanakya told. We always quote others. We don't go back to our own history. What Schulz and others have taught in US, and for what we have been going to US and learning, we were told those things 2000 years back. The whole problem with us is that we don't have faith in our own self. We look for solutions of our problem, not within, but we think that a bearded saint will come and he'll give the solution, and that solution will solve the problems of the country. It doesn't happen that way. Now, government expenditure, unfortunately in this budget, the part of unproductive expenditure has not been dealt with. So productive expenditure, yes, we should even take loan, like education loan is there. We should take and invest. There have been good number of schemes and I'll talk about them, but there is a lot of unproductive expenditure also in this country. On my left is Bhadra Sahab is there, one of the most seasoned bureaucrats that the country has produced. I have had the opportunity of meeting him because he was one of such bureaucrats who allowed people to talk to him. And it was a very, very open and transparent system. And what we have been following is that the bureaucracy that we have evolved, and also the political model of democracy that we have evolved, there is nothing wrong with them, but the way they function, they don't simplify the processes. They don't become a grease in the machine, so that machine can run very smoothly, but they become a burden, and they keep people away from those who say that they will steer the fate of the country forward. This is the precise difference between us and China. In China, I was there, and any Gram Sevak, village level worker, can talk to the president directly on the phone. And let me tell you very honestly, we had even Mr. Kalam, who was the best president, but once Mr. Kalam became president, let alone Mr. Kalam, it was very difficult to talk to his peon also. Let me come back. In bureaucracy, the kind of bureaucracy we have evolved and the political system we have evolved, it is highly unproductive, and at least 2 to 3% of GDP we are spending on that system. The question, I don't think that this government would have solved it, or Mr. Jaitley would have solved, and if Mr. Jaitley would have dared to do this, though they have come with a big majority. But understand that in our country we have press, we have people, I think, in the opposition benches, and we believe in the opposition, we should just act like opposition. We should not be constructive. In such a situation, I think any solution on unproductive expenditure in government is a very, very difficult task. I give one simple example. We created 3 steel plants in 60s, and the time that we took in setting up those plants, if we had done that very efficiently, we would have had 7 plants. There are any number of examples in any number of sectors in our country, both at the state level and also at the central level. So the question there is that the institutional mechanism that we have created, this institutional mechanism is not in sync with the government programs and system, and the institutional mechanism, instead of giving a push to the programs and policies, becomes an obstruction and a hindrance, and therefore it becomes an unproductive expenditure, first at the central level. I am very unhappy to say that central government has not, I think, given a very good example of its performance to the states during any number of years, last 8 to 10 years, where they could have become a role model for the states and told the states that you function, this way. There are some, exceptions here and there, but I am talking, by and large. So unproductive expenditure is a very big issue. Of course, there have been very, interesting things that the government has been doing, but I have calculated, and what I find is that we spend about 35%